Good afternoon, friends. So, rather low-key one for me today. Currently wandering the Souk. Apparently, the Souk Al Had here in Agadir is the largest in Africa. But, it's like any other souk if you ask me. Quite fun though. I've bought a few bits. I'm supposed to be buying some chickpeas because my mother wants me to make hummus for a protein hit. I might buy some more dates. I don't know about that. Anyway, I'm currently just wandering really. Had some tea and some bread and some harissa spicy sauce. Okay, this is really quite tempting. Good afternoon, friends. So I'm still in the Souk. I just had some lunch, just having some tea and relaxing for a little while in the shade. It is beginning to get hot this far south. I'm going to have to put on my summer weight clothes fairly soon. Anyway, so Agadir is a Berber word. This is the Berber area of Morocco. Agadir means wall or hill or citadel. In Hamagat, which is one of the two official languages of Morocco, Tazel Hit, which is the Berber dialect for this area. Agadir citadel is a pretty good translation. It goes all the way back to the Tuareg apparently, which in its meant wall or bank, like a defensive structure. There are quite a few Agadirs in this area because it just means citadel or fortress. But this one means, the full name means Fortress of the Cape. It's the Cape nearby. I think I'm being photobombed. Anyway, so as I say, Berber area, the local dialect of the Berber language, Tazel Hit, is spoken by well over half of the population of the city, and it's a pretty major city these days. It's well over 500,000 people in the metropolitan area, and if you include the outskirts, more like 800,000 people. It's a major port, so I'm going to go more into that when I go back into the Souk. But it is... Oh, actually, hold on. Right. This is Berber. I wear this when I'm in North Africa. I bought it 20 years ago in Essaouira. I was here with my then girlfriend Kaylee, a wonderful person who I'm still in touch with. And I was walking down the street and I saw an old man in the shade with a blanket with his trinkets on it. And I had some tea, of course I did, so I sat down, we shared some tea. And I liked it, and I saw it, but I didn't have any money on me at the time. And he said, take it, pay me tomorrow. And so I did, and of course I did. That's a good memory, man. Anyway, so I wear this when I'm on this continent. So yes, that's Berber as well. The further I go south, the more Berber it's going to get, because I'm headed to Laayoune on next Thursday. Today is currently Sunday afternoon. But yeah, I'm going to go back into the Souk presently, do a little recording there, and then I'm heading back, because I imagine from the looks of today, sunset from my roof terrace is going to be gorgeous. Having a good day. So, I'm in the produce section of this absolutely massive souk. As you can see, this is kind of like the oranges and fruits area. Now, Agadir is a very important port and city for Morocco itself because, especially since the rebuilding, they've got a modern port. Fish is huge here. This is by far Morocco's largest fishing port, and they go all over the place. When I was in Marrakesh and my second hostel in the Casbah, I'd walk through the local market, the mini souk as it were, just after dawn, and there were fresh fish there caught here that morning and rushed to Marrakesh, which is a solid 4-hour drive, mate. But one of the really big exports is citrus fruits and vegetables, because they are absolutely amazing. They're large, they're lush, they're good tasting, they're healthy. Oh, so good. And tagine, crocs and all the rest. This is kind of like the hardware and produce section. So, some of Agadir's largest exports are citrus fruits, vegetables and fish. That hasn't always been the way, because way back when, the Portuguese in the 16th century, from the beginning of the 16th century, were kind of like colonizing ports for this area. Of course, that was an area of massive expansion for the European powers. The French and the Belgians to a certain degree, and the Portuguese were kind of expanding downwards. The British and the Dutch were expanding outwards. And at the time, the exports from Morocco tended to be leather, cured skins, sugar, spices, things like that. And predictably enough, the European imports tended to be things like textiles and weapons. But with the back and forth between the Portuguese and the rest, that ended, as I previously said, with the Battle of Three Kings in 1587, those were the major exports. But now, of course, it's a very different world. I still haven't bought any dates. I might have to. Those dates I bought in Marrakesh were absolutely amazing. I still have a bunch of them. Anyway, so when it comes to, if you like, luxuries, honey, argan oil, and really, really good, tortoise, really, really good peanut butter are the big ones, really. But spices, of course, in a big way. This is kind of like the
spices,
the section. Thanks, man. But that's what we're looking at. Yeah. Anyway, I reckon now that I'm thoroughly sated, I've had 3 pots of tea already, and I reckon I'm going to head back now. So, yeah, this was a good day. Had to chuckle. You can see there, that hotel is called the Hotel Mary Jane, which is a little on the nose, I thought. Right, nearly back at the bus stop now. This is kind of like the hub turnaround point for the buses going north to Tamrat, which is where I'm staying. I got here a little later yesterday, and I was hanging around for about 45 minutes waiting for the bus, and then it was yeah, it was a long time, so I got here a little earlier today to try and skip that. That's in the distance, the weird looking building there. That is the Salam Cinema that's been closed since the 2022 earthquake. Such a weird building. Anyway.